Alright guys, well I put some heat around it and I bent and I created some tabs to hold it in place. So there's like a tab on three spots. Well actually this spot there's a tab, but I'm gonna have to, there's another part that's supposed that holds that part down, so it's drooping a little bit, but that'll be fixed when I put, you know, a clamp to hold it up like this. So also this thing was chrome, so instead of leaving it chrome or black, I carefully trimmed back to the chrome the edge, which I think gave it a nice look, and where it doesn't get real tight, there we go. Plus it'll be, you know, dark inside there, you won't notice those gaps, but I like it, and everything is in there and solid and mounted and not wired, obviously. That's going to be a whole different thing to do. So let me show you what I'm up to now. We got the CB I hooked here, and because we're going to use this little bracket here that goes in this kind of curved area, and I'm not sure about the center area. That's probably going to end up being my toggle switches that I normally have for nitrous arming. This will be probably fuel pump, fan, and a few other things. But this, I think, about here will be where the CB will go. See what I'm saying? I might have to trim this. This is freaking metal, and I wrapped it, but didn't do a very good job of wrapping it. But it was rusty steel, and it's freaking thick. So angle grinder, I could probably grind it some. But so yeah, somewhere around here, that thing will probably about right there, because remember my eyeballs are like way up here, yeah, like at that angle there. So I know I got a mess, but whatever. So that's what I'm thinking, at a little bit of an angle here, and I might even make a back for this, or put something, I don't know. Oh, I know, hold on. Something like that, maybe. Something like that in the center. And I have, who knows what I'll put here. I got an Arduino. I can have it measure G-forces with the 3-axis accelerometer. That'd be kind of cool. Have a little line that turns, you know, with the G-forces. Well, it's not digital. I mean, this one, particular one, is not a graphic. It's like 4 lines by 20 characters, but whatever. I could put digital data. Oh, actually, these things output serial TTL level 9600 baud data. I could rig this into the microcontroller, and I could have on one side the digital reading of these guys, and then put an SD card somewhere, like maybe over here, to log the data. Ooh, I like that. I like that long term. Short term, we'll just put the hole in here and have a little project that I can do some other day. Okay, we'll give that some thought. And then we'll have more gauges in between, probably here, because we need this thickness to get me this to line up with this guy. I'm liking this, guys. I know it's a little ghetto, it's a little cheap, but hey, you know what? It's all about budget. We got a $17 GPS speedometer. We got, you could buy these for $9, as low as $9. I've seen this one was $19, this set. But they have a smaller set with just 4. It has the turn signals, the parking brake, and the brights. Just these 4 is like $8.99. So for $9 you can get just those 4. That's cheap. Nothing cheap about some of these gauges. I don't even remember what I paid for them, but with the O2 sensor wideband, it was, I think when I bought it, it was like a couple hundred, maybe $300 each. I can't remember. It was a lot of money. At least probably $500 for those 2 gauges. We are ditching the OEM gauge, so this should be the right ohms for mine, but it did come with the kit with a float and everything, so if it doesn't read right with mine, because mine didn't work and I didn't know if it was my gauge or my float. Either way, I'm going to have a fuel gauge again. Yay! And at some point, yes guys, I would love autometer, all matching gauges, like a 5-inch speedometer, GPS speedometer with a 5-inch matching white-faced autometer, tack, with a shift light, and my shift light's going right here. Now that's what I'm probably going to do tomorrow, is the shift light and the tack. But if you notice, there's a curvature to this, so I had to heat this up with a heat gun and mold it so it would have mounting points for the bolt holes, so it's, you know, in there and ain't gonna go nowhere. And I'm real happy with that. Now my car it's not an LS or nothing, so some of these lights, like these 4, I do have parking brake brights and the turn signals. This is just a Xenier diode and a couple of resistors, actually 2 diodes, 6-point-something volts. So when it's active, it's off, and when it drops below like 8, well, I want it to light up actually around 11 volts, so I might have to play around with the resistors and to get it to light up at 10.7 or say 11 volts, because anything below 10.7, I think, my car's gonna misfire, because the anti-advance MSD box doesn't work if it's under like 10 volts. So I'm gonna rig up something to tell me there's something wrong with my alternator charging or battery. And oil light, again, I can get a sensor that'll trigger that when the oil pressure is below, I don't know, 15. I mean, my car, I'd want it really below 20, because it's never below 30. Engine light, I'm probably going to rig up to the nitrous. That way, if it's accidentally being, you know, engaged, I'll know about it and won't start the car and blow up everything. So then I got another one of these rings that'll go on that side, and then that guy goes here. So I'm liking this idea. I'm liking this. I think this will, I mean, it kind of lines up now, so I might just create the mounting bracket on the frame of the car. So I'm gonna have to put this in the car to get a good, you know, place to carve, because I don't want to just cut a hole and then find out this doesn't fit or something like that. So this is going to droop down and plug into that, and it'll be within my reach, and it'll be just like that. I really like this CB. It has an antenna tuning for how, you know, long your antenna is, which is a feature that a lot of CBs don't have. And so it's gonna be nice having a working CB and PA. So I have a PA button, and I do have one of those horns that have a big, you know, siren looking horn, and, you know, I can play Dixie or whatever with it. It is, I am gonna rig it up and also rig it to the PA, so I'll be able to do both. But it has a PA as well, but it has a little gainer microphone that looks like a little toy, and I don't like that PA. I'd rather use this guy, because this is 4 watts, and, you know, it's going to be sounding a hell of a lot better. And then I can just get on the horn when somebody ain't moving. Instead of honking the horn, I can say beep beep, motherfucker. And so I'm looking forward to having this. Hey guys, I like it. I like it. I like it. This little, you know, it's gonna have a little. Once I bolt these, you know, to the side, I'm actually gonna have to unwrap this and carve a little bit on this side because it's sticking up a little bit. But when I do that, then what I'm gonna do is take that rubber stuff that you would like. Have you ever seen that stuff that people would put on their door, and it would like, it's a little C-shaped rubber. They sell it in chrome as well. I could do that, you know, that that thing that, you know, you just push on there and it's chrome. That might give it a little bit of a look like that, but it also kind of looks bad, Chad, cheesy kind of bad. But my idea is just rubber, and then prior to the wrap, that way when I wrap it, it won't have these, you know, weird dents where I had to slice it to get it to, you know, warp. I mean, to heat it up and all that. Okay, it's an 11-minute video. Bye.